This is the section. This is a lecture video for section 5.6, half-angle identities. So there are 5 videos total. The first video here, we're going to deriving those identities. So first, we're going to start from the easy ones, which is the double angle identities from section 5.5. So I'm going to start from the cosine of 2x. And then I'm using the cosine of 2x equal to 1 minus 2 times sine squared of x as the double angle identity. So I'm going to use the double angle identity as a starting point. So I want to deriving a formula for the half angle identity for sine. The reason for me using the double angle is comparing to the 2x and then x, it's clear to see that x is a half angle or half of 2x. So we already have a half angle. Half angle means if I have angle A, then I want to find the half of angle A. So that's the half angle. Okay, so that's the reason why we start from the double angle formula. So I want to deriving a formula from for sine of x from this identity. So I'm going to solving it. I'm first going to switching the order. 1 minus 2 sine square x equal to cosine of 2x. So negative 2 sine square x equal to cosine of 2x minus 1. Divided by negative 2, I got sine of square x equal to cosine of 2x minus 1 divided by negative 2. Okay, I do not like to have a negative sign, so I'm going to changing the orders to get rid of the negative sign. Then sine of x will equal to positive or negative of the square root of 1 minus cosine 2x over 2. Okay, so that's pretty much my half angle formulas. So I'm going to let 2x equals to a, then x is going to equal to a over 2 because we want the formula looks more like a half angle. So sine of a over 2 will equal to positive or negative of square root of 1 minus cosine of a divided by 2. Okay, so pretty much means if I want to find sine of 15 degree, for example, I know that 15 degree is half of 30 degree, which cosine of 30 degree, I know what is that equals to. Then I can using the formula to find the sine of 15 degree. Okay, so continue. This is one of the formula. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to kind of go back to the beginning. So I'm still going to restart from cosine of 2x. This time I'm going to using the cosine version. So I'm going to solving cosine by adding 1 on both sides, divided by 2. And then take the square root out. So cosine of x will equal to positive or negative of square root of cosine 2x plus 1 divided by 2. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to let 2x equal to a, then x will equal to a over 2. then the formula will become to cosine of a over 2 will equal to positive or negative square root of cosine of a plus 1 over 2. Okay, so that's two formulas. The next one I'm going to find is the tangent one. So for the tangent one, I'm actually going to use both sine of half angle and cosine of half angle. So cotangent of a over 2 will equals to sine of a over 2 divided by cosine of a over 2. So from the previous one, we know that sine of a over 2 is equal to positive or negative square root of 1 minus cosine of a over 2. And in the cosine version, is equal to positive or negative square root of 1 plus cosine of a over 2. Cosine of a. Okay. So since both have positive or negative, so I'm going to take out positive or negative to the front. Both numerator and the denominator have a square root, so I can just have a one whole square root for everything inside. So everything inside, I have 1 minus cosine of a divided by 2 all over 1 plus cosine of a divided by 2. To save some space and time, I'm just going to, assuming you know both divided by 2, two fractions dividing together means multiply is reciprocal. The 2 will cancel out. We end up with 1 minus cosine of a over 1 plus cosine of a. Okay, so this is one of the formula. However, we can continuously changing them or using different versions, different way to figure out. So we actually have multiple. I'm not going to deriving further. We actually have multiple formulas for the half angle for tangent. The first one is the plus minus square root of 1 minus cosine of a over 1 plus cosine of a. The second one is sine of a over 1 plus cosine of a. Next one, or the last one, is 1 minus cosine of a over sine of a. Okay, so overall, those are 5 formulas we're going to talk about in the half angle formulas.